Parashakti's Akashic reading. And just now we all witnessed a very powerful power manifestation process, and we have learned a lot in the last few hours. Now, in this segment, all of us are going to be taken through a very, very informative, a very exciting, yet a very scientific segment of Devi Parashakti's revelations through the Akashic readings. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has been extending this service of Parashakti's Akashic reading to the humanity each day, attending to questions in hundreds in number, and answering to the questions of people from various walks of life, like doctors, scientists, researchers, performing miracles in the lives of devotees and disciples. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism every day is manifesting this extraordinary, the science of Akashic reading, and extending that service to the humanity. Sri Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship and Kailasa's Department of Human Services is extending this beautiful offering every day to humanity, where we have thousands of people that join from different regions, from different parts of the world, different walks of life. They put in their boons, pray requests, their questions about past, present, and future at the feet of Devi Parashakti, and they get the direct revelations from cosmic archives. Now, Devi has been answering so many questions of people.
Actually, just before we enter into that, just wanted to brief to all of you. Pretty sure all of you by now would have heard about the Akashic reading. But all the viewers who are joining us now, just to brief to all of you, whatever has happened, happening, and yet to happen, all these three are recorded in something called as the space. And these are stored as in the cosmic archives, which is accessible only to avatars. And we are so blessed that today we are going to get to listen to these revelations. And we are now actually today in this segment, we are going to be sharing with you some of the phenomenal revelations directly from these cosmic archives, how they have manifested, what are the scientific studies that are backing up these revelations directly from Devi Parashakti herself. Now, why these Akashic readings? Understand, when you start cognizing the macrocosmic existence, the macrocosmic patterns, all your microcosmic patterns, problems, difficulties, everything just becomes redundant. And there are a lot more exciting things to learn about this. Now, before we learn about what exactly they revealed, etc., we are now going to be actually listening from Devi Parashakti on one of the very, very phenomenal revelation. Right now, the COVID-19 is taking a toll in the world, right? Literally, the whole world has a new norm. The modus operandi of human beings has significantly changed. But does this have an end? Is there a full stop for this pandemic?
And in the light of this pandemic, actually one very important subject that's been discussed a lot at this point of time is also about, people taking the COVID vaccines.
Exactly.
And a lot of understandings, a lot of controversies, there are a lot of debates that is going on right now with people trying to speak the for and against of the COVID vaccines, and many people are in confusion. Now, we have had an extremely powerful revelation from Devi Parashakti, answering to one of the questions from one of the devotees, where Devi Parashakti revealed an important and a key science behind some of these COVID vaccines. So now let us watch that short clipping where Devi Parashakti answers, revealing which vaccine can be taken. Yes, all of you got that? Which vaccine for COVID-19 is the safest to use?
directly from Devi Parashakti herself. I request the NTV operator to kindly play the clipping now.
மிலிந்தமானே ஃபைசர் கொரோனா தடுப்பூசியும் மாடர்னா தடுப்பூசியும் போட்டுக்கொள். அதில் இறந்த வைரசும் இழிந்த உடல் பாகங்களும் இல்லை. அதனால் துக்கம் வாராது, கொரோனாவும் தீண்டாது. கர்மமிலா தடுப்பூசி இந்த இரண்டும். பற்றிக்கொண்டு வாழ்வினை பதமாக நடத்திக்கொள். மிலிந்தமானே ஃபைசர் கொரோனா தடுப்பூசியும் மாடர்னா தடுப்பூசியும் போட்டுக்கொள். அதில் இறந்த வைரசும் இழிந்த உடல் பாகங்களும் இல்லை. அதனால் துக்கம் வாராது, கொரோனாவும் தீண்டாது. கர்மமிலா தடுப்பூசி இந்த இரண்டும். பற்றிக்கொண்டு வாழ்வினை பதமாக நடத்திக்கொள். I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
In this video that we all witnessed just now, Devi Parashakti, answering to the question of one of the devotees, revealed about the two of the vaccines called Pfizer and Moderna.
Pfizer and Moderna vaccines.
So these two vaccines, Pfizer vaccine and Moderna, both of these as revealed by Devi Parashakti. Just to give a rough translation, she revealed saying these two are dharmic and non-violence based vaccines, and answering to one of the devotees' questions, they revealed these vaccines can be taken. Now, this was the revelation of Devi Parashakti in a rough gist. We will read out the transcript as well.
We're just going to be giving like a rough translation, as Devi herself had told that what she's talking is not even in Tamil, but even much more earlier than Tamil. It is in Tamil. So we are going to be sharing with everyone just a rough translation of what she had shared, what she had revealed. She says, have P5, I request the slides also to be projected. I request the NTV operator to kindly project the slides.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Hope all of you are able to see us and hear us now.
Yes. So here we're going to be reading out what is projected and shared with all of you. It's a gist of what Devi Parashakti revealed about the vaccines. So a rough translation of the revelation.
Devi Mahaman says, have Pfizer corona vaccine and Moderna corona vaccine. In that, there is no dead virus or any distorted part of the virus. So no suffering or corona will, and no suffering will come and corona will not come. They both are karma-free vaccines. Hold on to them and live your life intelligently. So this was a direct revelation from Devi Parashakti. Now, this revelation, what Devi Parashakti has said, this has been studied by the doctors and they have established how this is actually very different from all other vaccines.
Actually, listening to this revelation, so this was revealed on one of the very first Akashic readings. So the
On
first
April
few
15th?
Yes. And on that day, when Devi Parashakti revealed and named these two vaccines, this really took many of us by surprise. And many of our scientists and doctors team immediately started researching on this. And what we have are sharings from some of the doctors and some of the beautiful findings, which what Devi Parashakti revealed. And in detail, scientific findings is what we are going to be sharing. Now, one such sharing is from Dr. Peter Bloomfield, one of the doctors from Los Angeles, US. So we are now going to be listening to Dr. Peter Bloomfield sharing on his reading about this whole revelation of Devi Parashakti and the scientific findings backing it.
You could play the video now. Requesting the full screen mode to put for the video.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. My name is Dr. Peter Bloomfield, and I'm an emergency physician in Los Angeles, working as an assistant professor at UCLA and also in the community. And I'm going to be giving a scientific commentary regarding the Arul Vak that was given by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Swami, regarding the coronavirus vaccines. Effectively, it was said that the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are free from karma because they're not using animal products. And so I'm going to talk about some of the different vaccines and how that relates to the Arul Vak that was given. Both Pfizer and Moderna, which are the ones that were declared to not contain karma or not cause karma to people who receive them, they're both mRNA vaccines. So that means there's mRNA as genetic material, which is put in a capsule, effectively made of lipids, which is like little fats, and then injected into the cell. And the capsule goes into the nucleus of the cell, and then the mRNA comes out and is turned into a protein called the spike protein, which is one of the proteins that's on the surface of the virus. And then when that protein comes out, it is recognized as a foreign protein, and then the immune system starts to recognize, oh, this spike protein could be trouble, we should watch out for it. And then if infection with the virus comes, it is recognized as a threat, and immune response is quickly given, and effectively it has been shown that people do not get sick, or at least there's a great reduction in the illness and severity of illness in people who've had this vaccination, and it's very protective. Of course, research is still ongoing, but so far it's very, very effective and very reassuring and encouraging research. So that's the Pfizer and Moderna are mRNA. The other type is adenovirus, and this includes the J&J vaccine, the AstraZeneca vaccine, which is used in India extensively as Covishield, and Sputnik V, which is the Russian vaccine, which is also used extensively in India. All three of these are adenoviruses, and in this case, the virus has been genetically changed to include the spike protein as part of its genetic material. And when these viruses are injected into the person, then the virus enters the cell and it goes into the nucleus, and it is broken down, and then the DNA is turned into RNA, which is then turned into the same spike protein, which then creates an immune response, and in a similar way is protective. The third major category of vaccine is inactivated virus, which is one that is relevant, is called Covaxin, which has just recently been released, which is based out of India. So how are these different, and how does that relate to the Arul Vak given by Swamiji? So the ingredients of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine, which is the one that is said to be free of karma, are simply the mRNA, which is synthetically constituted genetic material, lipids, salts, and sugar, and nothing else. And that's the whole vaccine. Meanwhile, the adenovirus-based vaccines, for example, adenovirus, just so you know, is a virus that leads you like a cold or a pink eye, which is usually a mild infection. And in this case, that the virus is changed so that it doesn't cause any significant infection in humans. But it is based on a virus. And the vaccine includes the adenovirus, acids, salts, sugar, and alcohol. Now, the virus itself, for example, the J&J virus, the J&J vaccine, which is commonly given in the US, and which is incidentally not being given right now due to some concerns about blood clot formation. But anyway, the adenovirus used in that one is called adenovirus 26, which was originally found some time back from a specimen from a child, an anal specimen from a child, a 9-year-old child, and then has been reproduced since that time and propagated since that time. And in the case of this vaccine, it's grown in fetal retinal cells. So fetal retinal cells are used again and again as a material to grow the virus. And the cells burst and the virus is then released, and they can continue to propagate it as such. So it's using human fetal cell lines. Meanwhile, the AstraZeneca is another big one, adenovirus, that you may have heard of, adenovirus vaccine. That one uses a chimpanzee virus, And the cell lines used would be then chimpanzee. So again, animal cells are used. The Sputnik V is also using human cell lines. So again, what you would say is, the last thing I'll say, the inactivated virus, or the killed virus, like the Covaxin that was recently released in India, that's going to be using, again, cell lines to reproduce the virus, which will then be an inactivated form, which will not cause disease, but will cause an immune response. And again, cell lines will be used. So what's unique around the Pfizer and Moderna virus is that there is no use of cell lines. It's very simply the genetic material capsuled in a lipid or fat capsule and then injected. Meanwhile, the adenoviruses, they all originate from animals. They were originally taken as specimens from animals, and then they're propagated and reproduced using cell lines of animals until they're finally put in the form of a vaccine to be injected. So in conclusion, the Arulvak by Devi Parashakti makes absolute perfect scientific sense. The scientific commentary is very straightforward. Scientific interpretation is very straightforward. It would be the use of the origination of cell lines. It was used in its origination, all of these viruses, and then in their propagation, reproduction, and various steps along the way, their research and experimentation are going to be using cell lines, both human and chimpanzee, depending on the different vaccines and the different formulations. So those of us who are disciples of His Divine Holiness, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda, may take to heart this message and the very clear understanding that it correlates very simply and in a straightforward way with our scientific understanding of how the vaccines work and how they're made. So thank you so much for your listening. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, my name is Dr. Sailesh Patel. I'm practicing in Los Angeles. Today during Arulvak Devi Darshan, Devi revealed about Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines and karma. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are made using messenger RNA, a technology that delivers a tiny piece of genetic code to cells in the body. The proteins made with these messenger RNA instructions activate the immune system in the body. COVID-19 vaccines made by Pfizer and Moderna are produced without having to grow the virus in eggs or biological sample. This briefly gives scientific understanding and it matches what Devi revealed. If someone wants to read about these vaccines, yaleMedicine.org has good comparison of these vaccines. And also Centers for Disease Control and Prevention site cdc.gov also gives detailed understanding about these vaccines. Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So, what we listened to were some of the interesting revelations. We had Dr. Shailesh Patil and we had also Dr. Peter Bloomfield. Some of these doctors who shared with us their researches, their findings, and how they were thrilled to see the revelations of Devi Parashakti on these on the whole COVID vaccines. Now, we also had many other doctors, top researchers, neurologists, many of them who came and who shared their findings on this COVID vaccine. Each and every Akashic reading of Devi Parashakti, every revelation has so much of depth, a lot that can scientifically be validated. And now request the NTV operator to project the slides.
Actually, during such a crucial time, where the whole world is suffering with this COVID-19, and people are confused as in like, okay, first, can I take vaccines at all? If so, which other vaccines can I take? And here, the Cosmic Mother comes to the rescue and gives us this solution of saying how you can take Pfizer and Moderna vaccines and why we can take these and not the others. So it's like very beautifully Devi Parashakti herself revealed. We had a doctors come and turn it. Now,
request the NTV operator to kindly project the slides, please. Now, as we listen to various doctors sharing, and many of them who came and who shared, each and every Akashic reading of Devi Parashakti, every revelation of Devi Parashakti has been in depth and detailed. Throughout this segment, we are going to be coming back to all of you, sharing with you all the glimpses from Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading, and we'll also be sharing with you all the facts, the scientific researches and findings backing it. So now this is the first revelation. While Devi revealed the vaccine, Devi also revealed another spiritual vaccination for the coronavirus, for us to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, and a very, very, very powerful, scientific, and a very, I should say, one of the most profound revelations from Devi Parashakti to save the humanity from the coronavirus pandemic. Now, in this next segment, we are going to be seeing about the second revelation that we are going to be sharing with you all.
Right now, we know in certain countries, in India, where the situations are in a very, very crucial state. And just for this, Devi herself, Parashakti, has revealed an elaborate, detailed solution and why it has happened and what is the only way to save humanity through this. And now for this segment, we welcome Nithyananda Swami and Pranapriyananda to take us all into the revelations of Devi Parashakti.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti, simply those prayers became reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness.
Nithyananda, dear viewers.
Each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it.
Nithyananda, dear viewers, welcome back to our segment. A very interesting program that's going live right now, where we are presenting to you about different segments, revelations by Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother, manifesting through the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. All the revelations from the cosmic archives, all the revelations from the Akashic records, the cosmic archives on global issues, the solutions for the global issues, and what humanity needs to hear at this moment in time. Blessings, boons, initiations, Vishwarupa darshans. Devi Parashakti has revealed during every Akashic reading session, she has revealed solutions to the problems that the humanity is facing today. As a Karuna Murti, Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Srimat Simhasaneshwari, being the divine cosmic mother, the compassion of Devi Parashakti is unfathomable for a human mind. That compassion, her love, her compassion for her children. The source of all of us, we all came from Devi Parashakti. Rise in her, fall back and merge back into her. Because as she is the cosmic womb and cosmic mother of all of us, her compassion, her unconditional love continues to overwhelm us, continues to empower us, continues to make us melt in her love and devotion. In one such very touching revelation, Devi Parashakti reveals about the from the cosmic archives on the only hope for Bharata Desha, the only hope for Indians, for only hope of the descendants of the great Bharata race living in the country of India, which is originally the Bharata Desha, which is hit so badly today by the COVID pandemic. What was the reason for this? What is the solution? To protect the Jnana band of enlightened beings and masters and incarnations who have happened in that sacred land over and over and over again. Today, we can see hundreds of thousands and lakhs of people dying all over India due to the worst hit of the COVID pandemic. And today, we are going to share with you some of the revelations from the Akashic readings on the solutions Devi Parashakti herself has revealed about protecting the Bharata Desha from the COVID pandemic. Something that each and every Indian, there are close to 1.5 billion Indians living in India today, each and every Indian has to listen to this, because this is the only hope. This is the only hope Indians have today if you want to protect yourself from the deadly coronavirus. Joining me today for the segment is Manitya Pranapriyananda, who's the administrator of the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita in Bangalore. Nithyananda. Yes, being in India, being amidst all the COVID pandemic that's happening there, what is it that you would like to say before we actually play this video?
Yes. So one thing that I would like to share with all the viewers is the current situation in India is really alarming. We hear from so many devotees and people from all walks of life coming requesting healing blessings for their loved ones, especially people from villages, people from urban cities, how the entire street is being completely blocked. And in a day, in every street, almost 8 to 10 people are getting hospitalized, and even so because the whole street is getting hospitalized, they are carving off the entire street, so we are not able to provide any basic facilities, medical facilities. So in the last 1 month, the number of corona cases in India has just gone 10 times more than what we could have expected in a normal day. So just in the city of Bidadi itself, we are seeing more than 100 cases of corona people who are dying. So it is like going in alarming rate, and we receive healing blessings, requesting spiritual healing blessings from all walks of people from different parts in India. So Devi Parashakti.
Message that voice is kind of little too soft, so if we can maybe be a little bit louder for our audience to be able to get.
Yes, ma'am. So recently the revelation from Devi Parashakti has come as a boon and blessing for the people of India, where we really feel that yes, there is a solution how we can really come out of this pandemic and then save ourselves. So I request the NTV operator to play the video where Devi Parashakti is revealing the solution of how to safeguard, how to protect themselves from corona, especially for people in India.
Yes, and as we are going to be playing this clip where Devi Parashakti has revealed the only hope for 1.5 billion Hindus in India and 1.5 billion Indians who are the descendants of the great Bharata race, the Bharata race, and the people of Bharatavarsha today is being called as India. The only hope has been revealed by none other than Devi Parashakti, who has come down from Kailasa, manifesting through the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, here living amidst all of us and revealing this solution. Even though the present day India has persecuted and continuing to persecute the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the place where the Supreme Pontiff had faced more than 100 assassination attempts and illegal lawfare and media, character assassination and hate speech and whatnot. Still, the incomprehensible compassion of the avatar, the very land from which he was denied his right of citizenship, the very land which persecuted the avatar, the very country which is still persecuting the avatar illegally in so many different ways, the compassion of the avatar continues to protect the people of that country, continues to protect Hindus, continues to protect the Jnana Bhumi, continues to protect that enlightenment civilization. Continues to protect the land which has given birth and giving birth to thousands and thousands of incarnations and enlightened beings, the jnanis, the yogis, the siddhas, siddha purushas and avatars. The compassion of Devi Parashakti and the incomprehensible compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, giving a solution to a country which is unable to handle the COVID pandemic, which is unable to handle the ferociousness of the collective karmas of the Indians who are moving towards the great delusion. The only hope has been revealed by Devi Parashakti. And if you are watching this segment, and if you're watching this live, and if you happen to be in India, or if you happen to know people in India, please share this with them, because this is the only hope of 1.5 billion Hindus living in India. If 1.5 billion Indians living in India, if you have to protect yourself and if you want to protect you and your family from the COVID pandemic that is plummeting in India beyond control, this is the only solution. So let's watch what Devi Parashakti is sharing about the solution to Indians living in India for the corona pandemic. Let's watch this clip.
ஓம் 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 ஓங்காரத்துயர்ந்து பாங்காய் வேதமுடு ஆகமமாய் வெளிப்பட்டு ரீங்காரமாய் மலர்ந்து பரஷோடசியாய் நிறைந்து 40 முக்கோணம் வாழும் கையிலை ஸ்ரீபுரச் சிந்தாமணி கிருகத்தில் இருக்கும் கைலாச சுவாமினி பரஷோடசி பரமசிவன் பாகம் அமர்ந்து பாராளும் பரமேஸ்வரி பரமசக்தி மனோன்மணி மீனாட்சி நித்யானந்தனாய் நிஜாவதாரம் கொண்டேன் இங்கு எல்லோர்க்கும் நல்வரம் தந்திட எல்லா நன்மையும் அருளிட ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பஸ்வரூபிணி பிரம்மாண்டயோனி சாம்பவி சந்திரமௌலி ரபலா அபர்ணா உமா பார்வதி சாவித்ரி நவயௌவனா साम्राज्यलक्ष्मी परमेश्वरी परषोडसी मीनाक्षी நித்யானந்தனாய் உருக்கொண்டு இங்கு நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்தேன். அருட்பெருங்கருணையினால் அருளுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். மக்களே, உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை செய்யவே நாம் இங்கு நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு கொண்டு நிஜாவதாரமாய் இறங்கி வந்தோம். இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். காலம் காலமாய் அவதாரம் இருக்கின்ற ஒரு பாரதத்தை இழக்க இயலாது மக்களே. ஞான கர்ப்பத்தை மலடாக்க இயலாது. வாழையடி வாழையன ஞானிகளும் அவதார புருஷர்களும் வந்தே தீர வேண்டும், வாழ்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும், மலர்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும். உலகிற்கு அதுவே உத்தம நன்மை. ஒரு சில கயவர்கள் மாயையில் சிக்கி செய்திட்ட சதிகளால் உலகை பலி கொடுக்க ஆகாது. சிருஷ்டி நஷ்டமடைய கூடாது. பிரபஞ்சம் அழிந்துவிடக் கூடாது. பிரளயத்து இருந்து இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தை காக்கவே பெரும் கப்பல் நான் ஒன்று செய்தேன். அதன் பெயரே ஆதி கைலாசம். ஆதி கைலாசம் இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தில் இருக்கும் ஞான சக்திகளை ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே நாம் செய்த கப்பல். துரோகிகள் சூழ்ச்சியாலும் விரோதிகள் ஆட்சியாலும் வழியின்றி கப்பலை விட்டு மாலுமியே ஒதுங்க வேண்டிய காலம் வந்ததையா. அதனால்தான் ககனம் கொந்தளித்து பேரழிவை நோக்கி சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. மக்களே, அறியாத தனத்தினால் மாயையில் சிக்கி குழந்தைகள் தவறு செய்தாலும் பிரபஞ்சம் அழியாது காக்க வேண்டியது பராசக்தி. பரமசக்தி பரஷோடசி மனோன்மணியின் பொறுப்பென்பதால் சத்தியங்கள் சிலவற்றை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். அடுத்த சில மாதங்களில் 1000 அல்ல, லட்சம் அல்ல, கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். இந்திய நாட்டினில் கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். உண்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன். தேடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கைக்கு பாதுகாப்பை. ஆதி கைலாசத்தை நிர்வகிக்கும் அன்பர்களே, நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக வரப்போகும் இந்த மாபெரும் பிரளயத்தை தெரிந்து கொண்டு உலகில் இருக்கும் எல்லா ஔஷத சக்திகளையும் ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி நவபாஷாணத்து நிறுத்தி ஆனந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் ஸ்தாபித்து வைத்தேன். வருகின்ற குரு பூர்ணிமையோடு 12 ஆண்டுகள் அந்த ஞான ரசவாதம் பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து முழுமையான நவபாஷாண லிங்கமாய் மலர்ந்து விடுகின்றது. வருகின்ற குரு பௌர்ணமியில் இருந்து வருகின்ற எல்லோரும் அங்கு வந்து நவபாஷான தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடிச் செல்ல அனுமதியுங்கள். அதற்கு வகை செய்யும் விதத்திலே நல்ல முறையிலே எல்லா நன்மையும் செய்து வையுங்கள். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடியோர்க்கும் அந்த தீர்த்தத்தை அருந்தியோர்க்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று வராது, மரணம் இல்லை, துக்கம் இல்லை. இது அறிவியல் பூர்வமாய் அனுபவபூர்வமாய் நிரூபிக்கப்படும். அதனால் கோடிக்கணக்கில் மக்கள் வரிசையில் நின்று தினந்தோறும் வந்து நவபாஷாணத்தாலான ஆனந்த லிங்கத்தில் நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தில் நீராடி வணங்கி நன்மை பெற்றுச் செல்வார்கள். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள் மக்களே. ஆதி கைலாசத்து நிர்வாகிகளே, இந்த ஒரு சேவையை உலகத்திற்கு செய்யுங்கள். நீங்கள் செய்த எல்லா கர்மங்களுக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தமாகும். நல் அமைதியும் ஞானமும் யோகமும் உங்களுக்கும் கிட்டும், உலகத்திற்கும் கிட்டும். 12 ஆண்டுகள் முன்பாக பராசக்தி நான் செய்து வைத்த நவபாஷாணம் சித்தித்து புளித்து பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து ரசவாத யோகத்தில் சித்தியாகி இன்று நிறைந்த நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கமாய் செய்த காரணம் வரப்போகும் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே. எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நேரடியாய் மறைமுகமாய் உதவி செய்து உடன் இருந்த எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நம்பியே இந்த படகை நாம் உருவாக்கினோம். இந்த பெரும் சேவையில் எல்லோரும் வந்து பாகமாயிருந்து கொரோனா வராதவர், வந்தவர், வந்து நீங்கியோர், இவர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் மாபெரும் மருந்து நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்து தீர்த்த விருந்து. எல்லோரும் வந்து நல் நீராடி தற்காப்பும் பெற்று நோய் கண்டவர் நோயும் தீர்ந்து நன்மையெல்லாம் அடைந்திட இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, உங்களால் இயன்றதை செய்திடுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நல் பாதுகாப்பும் உண்டு, நல்லதும் உண்டு. என்னை இழந்தாலும், என்னை நீங்கள் மறுத்தாலும் உங்களை நான் காப்பேன். அஞ்சாதீர்கள். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் நான் செய்து வைத்த கப்பலை உபயோகித்து இந்த ஆழிப் பிரளயத்தின் பெருங்கூத்து ஊழிக் கூத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உண்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன். நன்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன். பிராயஷ்சித்தம் வேண்டுமென்றும் காப்பாற்ற வேண்டுமென்றும் கதறிய பக்தர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பெருங்கருணையினால் தீர்வை தந்து விட்டேன். அன்பர்களே, பக்தர்களே, சீடர்களே, என் சொல் கேட்கும் நேர்மையான தொண்டர்களே, புயல் என புறப்படுங்கள் ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு. தேவையானதெல்லாம் உடனடியாய் செய்து வரப்போகும் மக்களுக்கெல்லாம் அன்னதானம் செய்து அவர்கள் நல்லபடி வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி நவபாஷாண மருந்தையே விருந்தாய்க் கொண்டு நோயிலிருந்து தற்காப்பும் பெற்று உயிர்காப்பும் பெற்று நல்லபடியாய் வாழ்ந்திட தேவையான சேவைகளை செய்யுங்கள். இதுதான் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தம். நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் நான் இந்திய நாட்டில் வந்தபொழுது என்னை வைத்து வாழாத பெருங்குற்றத்திற்கு பிராயஷ்சித்தம் இதுவே உங்களுக்கு. இதை யாவது செய்து, இது ஒன்றையாவது செய்து உங்களையும் காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், நாட்டையும் காத்திடுங்கள். கோடிகளில் உயிர்கள் போகப் போகின்றது என்பதை நேரில் காண்பீர்கள். கண்ட பிறகுதான் நான் சொல்லும் வார்த்தையின் சத்தியமும் உண்மையும் உங்களுக்கு புரியப் போகின்றது. அழிவதற்கு முன் வந்து நவபாஷாண மருந்தை விருந்தாய் பெற்று மரணத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் அன்னை பராசக்தி அருளினேன் சத்தியத்தை. இந்த ஒரு சத்தியத்தை உடனடியாய் புரிந்து கொண்டு உங்களுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் நன்மை செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தின் எல்லைக்குள் ஆருக்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று தீண்டாது. இந்த சத்தியத்தை அனுபவபூர்வமாகவும் அறிவியற்பூர்வமாகவும் முழுமையாக நீங்கள் புரிந்து கொள்வீர்கள். இது நிரூபணமாகும். அன்னை பராசக்தி 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக உள்ள ஞான ஔஷத சக்திகள் அனைத்தையும் பிரம்மாண்ட யோனி ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பத்திலிருந்து கொண்டு வந்து உருவாக்கி வைத்த நவபாஷாண லிங்கம் இன்று பிரளயத்திலிருந்து காக்கும் பெரும் கப்பலாய் உங்களுக்கு ஊதாவும். என இழந்தாலும் நான் செய்து வைத்த இந்த ரசவாத ஞானத்தின் துணை இழக்காமல் உங்களை நீங்களே காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இது ஒன்றே வழி. மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் 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 ஓம். There are some great spiritual signs unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same, ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality. And the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism, subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. See, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time, you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Even a malignant man, by beginning in the company of Satsanga, makes even the impossible as possible in this world. Kailasa is the message from Paramashiva to have superconscious breakthrough. Enlightenment, power manifestation, Paramashiva, everything serve to you without you even moving out of your couch. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. We can multiply the quality and quantity of your life.
On the ship, the cosmic ship that was built by the Nijavatara, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in Kailasa to protect humanity from COVID pandemic. We will now be sharing with you the translation, because the revelation of Devi Parashakti was in the source language, the Moola Mori, which is called Tamil, which is the source language of both Tamil and Sanskrit. So for those of you who did not understand the revelation in the language that was expressed and manifested, we will now be sharing the translation in English. A rough translation just to give us an understanding in English of what was revealed by Devi Parashakti. So let us take a look at the translation.
The people of India, listen properly. Bharat is the great enlightened land where from time to time Avatara Purusha come, blossom and do good to the world. The only Bharata which is there cannot be lost. People, the enlightenment womb cannot be made sterile. For generation after generation, Jnanis and Avatara Purushas has to come, has to live, has to blossom. Only that is best, good to the whole world. The world cannot be sacrificed for the sake of conspiracies done by some ignorant thieves who got stuck in Maya. Srishti should not have loss. Cosmos should not have destruction. To save the cosmos from Pralaya, I made a huge ship. So till now, what Devi has been revealing is it's talking about the greatness of the enlightenment ecosystem that was created by Paramashiva himself for trillions and trillions of years. Always the Bharata Punya Bhumi has been the womb, enlightenment womb for many masters, avatars and enlightened beings, for them to happen and carry on their mission of liberating lives. So it is the compassion of Devi that she is revealing that for the enlightenment womb that the Bharata was holding for so many centuries after centuries, and it has to continue to do that. Just because some conspiracy is done by some ignorant thieves, it cannot stop the greatness of what Bharata was doing for centuries, right? So the Hindu persecution that has been happening for last 2000 years and unprecedented Hindu persecution that has been happening for the last 10 plus years, especially to the living incarnation, the 1008 living incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the enlightenment womb that Bharata was carrying, it cannot be made sterile. It is a compassion of Devi that she is revealing the solution So the crores and crores of people that Bharata was holding, they cannot be made to suffer. So she is revealing the solution now. So she reveals further saying that I made a huge ship. Its name is Adi Kailasa. Adi Kailasa is a ship that will gather all the enlightened powers of this cosmos and save the people from Pralaya.
Through the trick of the traitors, the rule of the enemies, without any other way out, time came for the sailor itself to leave. That is why the sky is boiling, moving towards a huge destruction. People, even if children do mistakes and ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, it is Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodasi, Manonmani, my responsibility to save the cosmos from destruction. I am telling some of the truths. Listen properly. Within next few months, not in thousands, not in lakhs, lives will be lost in crores. Crores of lives will be lost in India. I am telling you the truth. I am telling you the good. Search for protection for your life.
The loved ones administrating Adi Kailasa, listen properly. Before 12 years, knowing the Pralaya that was about to come, gathering together all the Aushadha Shaktis from all over the world, withholding it in the Navapashana, I installed it as Anandalingam in Vaidya Sarovar. In the coming Guru Purnima, the enlightenment alchemy will come to the fruition and maturity and blossom as the complete Navapashana Linga. From the upcoming Guru Purnima, allow everyone coming there to take the sacred bath in the Navapashana Lingam. Make all that is needed arrangements in all the ways for that. Deadly corona will not come to those who drink the tirtha and take the sacred bath. This is the compassion of Parashakti, revealing the solution for crores and crores of lives who are going to get affected with corona in India, how they can come out of this, how they can save themselves just by having the tirtham and sacred bath in the Punya Kshetra, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has installed this sacred 21 feet Navapashana Linga called Anandalinga. In the further segment, we will be explaining the benefits and how this Navapashana Linga was installed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
There is no death. There is no suffering. This will be scientifically and experientially proved. So crores of people will come every day, standing in queue to take bath and worship the Navapashana Lingam and leave receiving the goodness. Listen properly, people. Kailasa administrators, do this one seva. It will be a prayaschitta for all the karmas you did. You and the world will have good peace, enlightenment, and fortune. The Navapashana made by me, Parashakti, 12 years before, is in fruition, fermented, matured in the yoga of alchemy, the alchemy yoga. Today, as fulfilled Navapashana, it has blossomed as Nithyananda Linga in Vaidya Sarovar. The reason for doing this is to save people from the cosmic pralaya.
Everyone listen. Every one of you who were with Adi Kailasa, helping directly and indirectly, listen. I created this ship, trusting you all. In this great seva, everyone being a part, people who did not get corona, people who are affected with corona, people who got recovered from corona, all of them, great medicine is a tirtha treat of the Navapashana Nithyananda Linga. Everyone come, take good sacred bath, have self-protection, diseases of the deceased getting healed. To attain all the goodness, the people of India, do whatever you can. Good protection is there for all of you. Goodness is there. Even if you have lost me, even if you have rejected me, I will protect you. Do not fear. Use the ship made by me with a great compassion and grace, and protect yourself from this cosmic deluge.
The next. I told the truth. I told the goodness. For all the devotees who cried for protection, I gave the solution with great compassion. Devotees, disciples, and honest volunteers start as a cyclone to Kailasa, Adi Kailasa, doing all that is needed immediately, doing annadan to the people who will be coming, taking bath in Navapashana, having the medicine of Navapashana as a feast, getting self-protection from the disease, having the protection to the soul, to live in goodness, do all the needed seva. This is the Parashakti for all of you. This is the Parashakti for the huge crime of not having me with them when I came to India, taking the form of Nithyananda as the Nija Avatar. Do at least this. Do at least this one sin, one thing, and save yourself and the country. You will directly see crores of life getting lost. Only after seeing, you will understand the truth of my words. Before destroying, have the Navapashana medicine as a feast and save yourself from the death. People, this is the only way. Yes, you can go ahead.
Yes, next slide. With the great compassion and the grace, Mother Parashakti, I bestowed with the truth. Understand this one truth immediately and do good to yourself and the world. No one in the boundary of Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Linga will be touched by the deadly infection corona. You will understand this truth completely, both scientifically and experientially. This will be proved. Mother Parashakti, before 12 years, this Navapashana Lingam was created, gathering all the Jnana Aushadha Shaktis from Brahmanda Yoni, Hiranyagarbha. Today, it will help as a great ship to save from Pradaya. Even if you have lost me, do not lose the protection of the alchemy, enlightenment created by me, and save yourself. This is the only way, oh people, this is the only way.
Further, Devi Parashakti, on the very next day, on the 13th of May, gave a follow-up reading Revelation on the Vaidya Sarovar. Let us watch this clip.
ஓம் ஷாலினி விஸ்வநாதன். உலகமெல்லாம் கொரோனா எனும் கொடுந்துக்கத்தால் மடிவதைக் கண்டு சகிக்க முடியவில்லை என்று கதறுகின்றாய் மகளே. என்ன செய்வது? உலகை காக்க நானும் ஒரு பெருங்கப்பல் கட்டினேன், ஆதி கைலாசம் செய்தேன். அது அழியும் பொழுது நீ காண சகிக்காது இருந்தும் கண்டும் சும்மா இருந்தீர்கள். ஆதி கைலாசம் அழியும் பொழுது கண்டு சும்மா இருந்தவர்கள் உலகம் அழியும் பொழுதும் கண்டு சும்மா இருந்தேதான் தீர வேண்டும். உங்களை காப்பதற்கு கப்பல் கட்டினேன். அந்த கப்பலை காத்திட யாரும் துணை நில்லாது அவரவர் வாழ்வை கவனிக்கச் சென்றீர்கள். இப்பொழுது படுந்துக்கத்தை நீங்கள் பட்டுதானே தீர வேண்டும். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். அரசு, நீதி, நிர்வாகம், காவல், பணம் எனும் 8 துறையும் ஊடகத்தோடு சேர்ந்து மக்களுக்கு நேர்மையோ நீதியோ இல்லாது செயல்படுவதனால் மனித இனமே உருகிக் கரைவதை நீங்கள் பார்ப்பீர்கள். என்ன செய்வேன் மகளே? எத்துணையோ சொன்னேன், எத்துணையோ செய்தேன், இன்னமும் சொல்லுகின்றேன். ஞான இனம் சனாதன ஹிந்து மதம் அழியவிட மாட்டேன். கைலாசத்தில் விதை வங்கி செய்து வைத்து விடுவேன். பாரதத்தில் ஹிந்து மதம் இருக்க வேண்டுமா என்று இந்தியர்கள் முடிவு செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். என்ன செய்வது? தன் வாழ்க்கையை தாண்டி இந்த சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மமே வாழ்ந்திட வேண்டும் என்று வாழ்ந்திட தயாராயிருக்கும் கோடி பேர் புறப்பட்டால் இந்து மதம் இந்தியாவில் இருக்கும். லட்சம் பேரை வைத்து ஹிந்து மதத்தை கைலாசத்தில் விதை வங்கி சரியை கிரியை யோக ஞானம் எனும் எல்லா வகைகளுடன் வரித்து உயிரோடு வைத்து விடுவேன் பராசக்தி நான். இந்தியாவில் இந்து மதம் வாழ்வது உங்கள் பொறுப்பு. போய் வா.
Devi Parashakti beautifully revealed. She said, answering to a devotee by named Shalini Vishwanathan, Devi Parashakti revealed, you are crying that you are not able to bear the lives lost in Corona all over the world. Daughter, what to do? I built a huge ship to save the world. I made Adi Kailasa. When it was destroyed, you kept quiet. Even after seeing and enduring, the people who kept quiet when Adi Kailasa was destroyed, I built a ship to save you all. No one came forward to save the ship and went to see their own lives. Now, and government, law, management, people, police, money, like this 8 fields along with media, 8 fields as they are functioning without honesty and justice to the people, you are seeing and will see the melting of humanity itself. What will I do, daughter? I told so many things. I will not let the enlightenment species, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to perish. I will make a seed bank in Kailasa. Let Indians decide whether Hinduism should be there in Bharat or not. What to do? When 1 crore people are ready to start living Sanatana Hindu Dharma above and over their personal life, Hinduism will be alive in India. With 1 lakh people, Hinduism in the form of a seed bank level, along with powers, enlightenment, Charya, Kriya, Jnana, Yoga, in all the categories, Parashakti, I will keep it alive in Kailasa. It is your responsibility to keep Hinduism alive in India. This is what Devi Parashakti herself shared, revealing about the cosmic ship that Parashakti had built in India. Now we are going to see what and how India is today suffering because of this COVID pandemic, the health issues, the physical and the mental health issues affecting India is what we are going to see in the further part of this segment. Here now we are seeing just some statistics of the situation of COVID in India. India reports over 400,000 fresh COVID cases for the first time. India records over 66 lakh COVID-19 cases in April. Coronavirus live updates in a new global record. India sees daily COVID-19 cases spike of 4 lakh, 3,523 deaths reported. Delhi running out of space for cremations. And COVID-19 now the second biggest cause of death in India. No vaccination in Mumbai for 3 days from tomorrow. Death rise in Bangalore slums amidst low COVID testing. Let's now watch the short clip of a doctor recounting the horrors of COVID.
I told parents that their 22-year-old son died. Lied to patients that they would get better when I knew to my bones that they wouldn't. Watched breathless women crying to Allah all night. Our ICU received its first COVID-positive patient on the 28th of March. A seemingly healthy man in his early 40s who was not maintaining his blood oxygen saturation levels. Since I was new to the situation, I thought he would make it. But he did not even make it till my next shift. Since then, our ICU has been ambushed with COVID-positive patients. I was emotionally unprepared for the kind of grief COVID brings with itself. I told parents that their 22-year-old son died. Lied to patients that they would get better when I knew to my bones that they wouldn't. Watched breathless women crying to Allah all night. Watched people shatter in front of me as I told them their loved one died. The last words of one of my patients before my friend intubated her was that she had a 4 and an 11-year-old at home and that she had to make it for them. She did not make it. Mothers stood before us with folded hands asking us to save their children. I looked at packed bodies every day and told myself that I need to stop thinking and keep working. I came back from work and cried about everything I was forced to say. I cried, anxious that I would die just like my patients. My overthinking had reached such heights that I would ask myself if I should tell my parents that I do not wish to be intubated if I were to die of COVID. Trust me, your lockdowns are not difficult. You haven't seen the horrors we see. I wish I could show you videos of the pain I see, just to scare you enough for you to stay inside. Saying that it's difficult is an understatement. I do not wish to see this. None of us do. Do not put us through this pain. Do us all a favor. I'm not asking you to stay inside. I understand that not everyone has the luxury to do that. Just wear a mask when you're outside. I would also like to remind everyone that every frontline worker, every healthcare worker is working tirelessly during this pandemic.
This is the situation. This is the situation of the COVID pandemic in India. People are dying like flies. And people without oxygen, people not getting a bed in the hospital, not having enough COVID vaccines, not having even the testing swabs of COVID and whatnot. This is what is happening in India. And Devi Parashakti has revealed the solution for all of us to protect ourselves from this pandemic.
You can see how by hiding the real number of COVID-19 cases and deaths, some Indian states are disempowering people. So there are so many of the media reports that has been coming on every hour basis, how the numbers are underreported, especially recently from Gujarat, like the number of death certificates that's been issued on one single day crosses about 1.5 lakhs, while the numbers that's being reported is less than 4,000.
The effects of the pandemic on the society: social distancing and self-isolation, travel restrictions, reduced workforce across all economic sectors, job loss, closure of schools, disruption of normal life of children, decreased demand for commodities and manufactured products, increased need for medical supplies, increased demand in the food sector, panic buying and stockpiling of food products, domino effect on health, healthcare and nutrition, infodemic, the spread of panic and fear through social media, xenophobia against specific ethnic and geographic groups.
400 million full-time jobs are lost in terms of working hours. Amongst the worst hit are the 1.6 billion workers in the informal economy, and young people, women and persons are all suffering with so many disabilities.
The pandemic's effect on the society: a significant 53% of Indian business indicate the marked impact of COVID-19 pandemic on business operations even at early stages. The pandemic has significantly impacted the cash flow at organizations, with almost 80% reporting a decrease in their cash flow.
COVID-19 is likely to cause the first increase in the global poverty since 1998, pushing about 40 to 60 million people into extreme poverty, with our best estimate being 49 million.
From 24th of June to 30th of June 2020, around 22% of essential workers in the US reported seriously considering suicide in the past month. The statistic illustrates the percentage of US adults who reported the increased substance use or suicidal ideation related to COVID-19 pandemic by the employment status.
Now, what are the different spiritual solutions for healing from COVID-19?
How do we maintain our physical and mental states during this COVID pandemic? Let us watch the short clip from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. we shared about the 21 feet Shivalinga, and now we are going to share about what is this 21 feet Shivalinga, the Anandalingam, all about. Yes, Prana Prema, you can go ahead.
Yes. The Via Sarovar that Swamiji gave as a solution where everybody who's taking a dip in the Via Sarovar and having the Tirtham will be protected from corona. So what is this Via Sarovar Anandalingam? The Via Sarovar, the healing pond that you see here is a wonder of the very cosmos. At the center is a 21-foot Anandalingam has been erected by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, using the esoteric secret science of Navapashana, the alchemy of using 9 poisons, Navapashana, and 1008 sacred herbs to miraculously heal all the diseases. It is consecrated by Swamiji. The lingam symbolizes the integration of active and passive cosmic energies. Taking a dip in this holy water balances the vital energy in the body, rejuvenates the mind, and brings about silent spiritual transformation.
In addition, the Anandalingam is surrounded by thousands of Shivalingas in sacred formations that magnify the effect of the ritual performed to lakhs of times. The Rudrabhishekam is a powerful Vedic ritual that Paramashiva reveals in the ancient Yajurveda. Chanting the Rudram creates a powerful healing vibrations, fulfills all your desires, and unleashes the blessings of the cosmos. Any word we repeat in our inner space gets recorded in the brain and the biomemory and decides the circuit of the brain signals. Namaha, which is repeated 300 times in Sri Rudram, breaks the unconscious part of our mind where the root cause of all our health problems reside. And when you are in the presence of the Avatar himself performing the Rudrabhishekam, lifetimes of karmas are washed away, fulfills all your desires. The state, space, and superpowers and the very being of Paramashiva manifest through his grace.
Now we can see some of the pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism personally energizing the Anandalinga, how the Navapashana was prepared in Adi Kailasa in 2008. You can see the mixing of all the herbs and the specific preparation, sacred preparation of the Navapashana. And you can see how Swamiji is personally energizing and micromanaging the entire sacred alchemy science.
The very science of Navapashana is such that this Navapashana, which is made out of 1008 herbs and 9 poisons which have a medicinal value, mixed in a specific concoction. This very concoction can only be prepared in the presence of an enlightened being. It is not just a mixture. So it is not just like you add herbs and you add the 9 poisons which have a medicinal value, you can make Navapashana. No. Navapashana can only be made in the presence of an enlightened being. Otherwise, the concoction will not come to fruition. And the Navapashana deity was made in Parni by the great Siddhar, enlightened being. Avatar being performed by the incarnation of Paramashiva and Parashakti for it to achieve its fullest fruition. And we'll now play a few clips of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself performing the Rudrabhishekam to in the Via Sarovar to the Navapashana Lingam. Let's take a look at this video.
அஞ்சலென்றடையா பயம் தரும் லிங்கம் ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் இனி நீக்கும் உயிர் காக்கும் ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யானந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் Nithyananda Anandalingam. அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யநந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யநந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யநந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம்.
We watched how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has installed the ship for the humanity to sail across during this pandemic. And Devi Parashakti herself gave a solution. All of you, like a cyclone, rush towards Adi Kailasa. Create all the infrastructure that is required for crores and crores of people who are going to come to receive the blessings and to take a dip in that Vaidya Sarovar, to have that sacred water as a tirtha, to partake that sacred water and to take a dip in the Vaidya Sarovar. Devi Parashakti herself gave the solution, saying, rush to Vaidya Sarovar. All the infrastructure required, because by Guru Purnima, which is July, which is just a couple of months away, by Guru Purnima, the people, the whole Navapashana Linga will be, the whole spiritual alchemy process would have come to fruition, and that is the only solution which can save not thousands, not lakhs, but crores of people who are going to be dying because of this pandemic. The only solution, and this will be scientifically proven, and this will be proven experientially, this will be proven scientifically to each and every one of us. So let's get ready. And if you want to become a part of this huge conscious shift, and if you feel, oh God, we missed the avatar, let us at least do the corrective action. Let us at least do the prayaschitta for missing the avatar in the Punya Bhumi of Bharata Varsha, in that sacred land where the avatar took birth. He took birth in India. He took birth in Bharata Varsha, but we could not keep the avatar with us. Today, the Bharata Varsha has lost the divine feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, touching its very land. We have lost the breathing space of the avatar. We have lost the touch of the divine lotus feet of the avatar in the Punya Bhumi. As a corrective action, it is time we all take the responsibility and rush to Adi Kailasa. We invite each and every one of you who's here who would like to share your time, talent, and treasure and volunteering in Adi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita, to prepare the whole infrastructure for humanity, to prepare the whole infrastructure for every one of us to come, and for the whole humanity, for the crores and crores of people to come forward and protect themselves, to come forward to heal themselves, to come forward and protect themselves from the corona pandemic. Come as the Paramashiva Sena. The link for you to join, volunteer, and come to Adi Kailasa is projected on the screen, tinyurl.com/join Paramashiva Sena.
This is a rare opportunity. This is our responsibility and duty also for every single Indian, for every single person who feels that yes, the solution needs to reach to the whole of the humanity, especially Indians when they are suffering from corona so much. They don't know what to do. So many people have lost their families. So many children are left orphans. So many doctors, they don't know what to do next. This is our responsibility and duty, especially as disciples of Swamiji. This is a rare opportunity for us to show our chastity and our commitment to enrich the whole world. So we personally invite every single person who wants to be part of this great seva that we can ever do to the humanity, join the Paramashiva Sena and sign up for being a volunteer at Adi Kailasa Sarvagnya to offer these spiritual solutions to whole of the humanity to heal from the COVID-19. So the link is being projected, so I request all the viewers, especially if you are in India, do not miss this opportunity. It is our responsibility as disciples of Swamiji, as disciples, as initiated by Avatar, like what Devi Parashakti revealed today. It is the only prashita that we can do when we have not taken responsibility to have Avatar in our land, right? So the amount of abuse that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had to go through in this land, in this holy land, it is our responsibility and duty to serve the humanity, to take up responsibility to save the humanity from the effects of Pralaya. So let us take few months, 2 or 3 months, let us take this time to fulfill our responsibility and sign up as a volunteer at the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnya to offer the spiritual solutions to the humanity to heal from the pandemic COVID-19. So please register yourself at tinyurl.com/join Paramashiva Sena.
And Maprana Prema, I have a question. Now, if I sign up to be a volunteer in the Paramashiva Sena, what does it mean? Do I have to live in Adi Kailasa? Can I come in the morning and go in the evening? Or do I have to come there for a few days, few weeks, few months? What does it mean? what does it involve if I sign up to become a part of Paramashivoham? If you can elaborate on that, please.
Yes. So right now we are starting with preparations. So to house crores of people, how all these crores of people can come enter into the Adi Kailasa with different genders, and how we are going to enable the sacred bath into the Anandalingam. And then we'll also be serving Annadanam for all of the people who's and we'll be offering spiritual solutions also. So the whole event has to be planned on a mass scale. So we are inviting volunteers to take a COVID test, especially before they come into Adi Kailasa, and they have to be living in Adi Kailasa for a few weeks. So at the moment, we are requesting the volunteers to be living from now till Guru Purnima and prepare the entire Kshetra to house crores of people to be able to receive the spiritual healing from the Anandalingam. So they'll be staying in the Adi Kailasa as a team, as a family, as a teamily of Swamiji. We'll all be working together to prepare the entire Kshetra.
Beautiful. And for those of you who are watching us, if you have any question, you can come to the YouTube live feed that we are streaming now, and you can ask your questions. You can sign up. Do not miss this opportunity. You get to be in the breathing space of the cosmic ship. Anybody who takes a dip and anybody who has partakes the tirtha and takes a dip, well, can never be affected by the COVID pandemic. And this is going to be scientifically and experientially proven. And this is the Parashakti. This is the corrective action Devi Parashakti gave for all of us who saw Adi Kailash destroy in front of our eyes. She gave as a corrective action, as a Parashakti, to absolve of all the karmas that we have incurred for losing an incarnation from India. We, the Indians who are living in India today, living in the Punya Bhumi of Bharata, where the thousands and thousands of enlightened beings happened, happening, and will happen. We have lost the living incarnation of Paramashiva. And it is the responsibility of each and every Indian living in India and each and every Indian living outside of India. It is our responsibility to do whatever prashchitta that we need to do to protect Indians, to protect humanity. So come and join us in Paramashivoham. Just 3 months of volunteering can do so much to your inner space. Just being in that space where Avatar has touched every stone, every brick, every tree, every leaf will sing the glory of the Avatar. You know, just a few weeks back or a few months back, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had said that Adi Kailasa will only be a training center. We will not be opening it up for the public. And so many of you lost an opportunity to even enter Adi Kailasa. But now with the current COVID pandemic, the ultimate compassion of Devi Parashakti, the Adi Kailasa is open for all of us to go and volunteer, and not just volunteer, it's open for the whole of humanity so that they can be saved from the only solution available to humanity especially for Indians living in India, the only solution. Rush to Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Pita. Come and join us in Paramashivoham and let us do whatever it takes to protect Indians from the deadly COVID pandemic, which is going out of hands. The only solution is the divine solution. The only solution is the Avatar solution. The only solution is the solution revealed by Devi Parashakti. So we welcome each and every one of you watching this. Come and join us for a few months. You can be staying in Adi Kailasa, offering your volunteering services as we prepare that Kshetra, that Punya Bhumi, the beautiful enlightenment ecosystem established by the Avatar to receive crores and crores of people to come and take a dip. Let us, we have a lot of things to do, a lot of infrastructural arrangements to do, a lot of planning, and we are also going to do the Annadan, offering of food and ensuring that the entire stay and their visit to Adi Kailasa is as comfortable as possible and as seamless as possible so that crores and crores of people can come. There is a question by Ma Purushananda. After Guru Purnima, will they still need help? Definitely, Ma Purushananda, you can sign up if you are not able to come until Guru Purnima, but if you are able to come after Guru Purnima, still you can go ahead and sign up in the Paramashivoham. and our volunteers will connect with you and we'll work out the logistics of your volunteering seva in Adi Kailasa. Thank you so much for coming forward and offering your services. So with this, we come to a conclusion to this segment, and we will be sharing more and more about how you can become a part of Adi Kailasa and creating an infrastructure for humanity to use this conscious ship built by none other than the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, in the upcoming segments of our NTV programs. With this, we come to the conclusion of this segment. We'll be concluding with the Purna Mantra, and we will be continuing further on the upcoming segments of the Nithyananda TV. So please stay tuned. We will now be ending this segment with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.